row.
They've been practicing.
We planned this.
All right.
The last time I saw you, I had to travel to Manila. Actually, it was when you performed with Archie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my question is, what took you so long to get here? I'm kidding. Going back to the Halloween theme, I was wondering...
You were just kidding about that question, then we go back to Halloween. That's so good. No, I'm just kidding, but seriously, the real question. All right, I'm sorry, go ahead.
If you had to be chased by zombies, would you rather stay slow and clever or like fast but dumb?
Dumb because they eat brains, you see,
Right. Slow and clever, or fast and dumb. That sounds like a self-help book. That's so good. You know what? I'll go with. You'd have to go. I would think slow and clever, right? Because no matter how clever they are, if you outrun them, then what's the point?
You're a good runner. So.
I am quite the runner. Thank you for that question, because that's going to torment me the rest of the night. I'm going to be like, I should have said fast and dumb. I'll go slow and clever. Thank you. What an awesome. I just love the first question. She goes all the way through the first question. I'm literally getting ready to answer. She goes, no, I'm just kidding. Here's the real question. That's awesome. Thank you.
More questions.
Same row.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is, can I give you a flower?
Can you give me a flower?
Yeah, because friends and I bought you some
No, I'm
flower.
very anti-flower. Of course.
Okay, then I'm just going to sit down and I'll give it
Bring
to
me a
you.
flower. Thank you. Oh, and it's a sunflower. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Do you guys like receiving flowers? I think they do.
Yeah. It's very special.
There was another question at the back.
Right there.
Hi, David, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Hi, my name is Lisa.
Mhm.
Serious question.
Okay.
So, yeah. With the long wait between your first two albums and sort of like a perceived lack of promotion for TLM when it came out, and then now you're doing music independently.
Yes.
Are you worried at all about keeping your fans engaged and interested in your music? And if yes, what do you plan to do to keep your fan base,
That is a
interested?
very serious question. I think that's always the challenge, is to keep people invested in what you're doing as an artist. The plan for me has always been, the last thing I would ever want to do, both to my fans and myself, is put out music that I'm not excited about. Because I got to go on stage and act like I care. And well, no, I mean, if I'm playing songs that I don't do that. But if I have to go on stage and sing songs to you guys that I don't have my heart in, it's unfair for me to expect you guys to reply in kind. Does that make sense? So for me, it's just it's more about getting it right than anything. And so that's really, I would love to be able to put music out every month, or every week, or whatever, as often as possible. Because I love putting music out. I love performing music. But it's more important to me to put out good music, or great music. And so, I don't know. I hope and all that the fans will stick around. But I think it all comes down to, if I put out great songs, then hopefully everybody will stick around.
But even beyond the music, when you were on tour for the Declaration tour, you did like the Pork Beans.
Say what now, sorry?
You did the Pork Beans episode.
Pork Beans, yeah, sure.
Yeah, so and maybe we're not looking so much for like music to come out on a regular basis, but little things like that sort of like keep people reminded of you and stuff. I think we would appreciate once in a while seeing little things like that from you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Great question. Next.
Hi, David.
Hi, how are you?
You look very good today.
I'm sorry?
You look very good today.
I look what?
You look very good today.
I look very good today.
Yes. I love your hair.
Thank you.
Is that a mohawk?
It is whatever the guy who styled the hair this morning decided to wear.
Okay, anyway, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
I understand you have a lot of tattoos. and
Yes.
I'm gonna get my first one soon.
All right.
So just asking for opinion. Where do you think is the sexiest place a female can get tattooed? Where do you think will be like, whoa?
I don't know that there's a location, but I will say this. Like, this is personal opinion, so please
Yes.
do not take this as
Yes,
gospel.
sure.
I love it when a tattoo has a story behind it.
Okay.
So like all my tattoos have stories
Yes.
behind them. You guys might not know all those stories, and that's okay.
Oh, we know.
Right? But yeah, it's just you know, tattoos are a very permanent thing. And so my advice to anybody that wants to get a tattoo for the first time is just make sure that it's something like when you're 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old, that you're just not like, oh God, why did I do that? So it's just about you know, like none of my tattoos are like flippant things. Like none of them are things that I just like, I want to get a tattoo. I'll get this and then go do it. You know, I put a lot of thought into them, and like any idea I've had for a tattoo, I've sat with for like 6 months at least. So.
I love your tattoo on your chest.
Oh yeah.
For all those people who never seen it, do you
Yeah.
mind showing to everyone?
The brain tumor? Which one?
On your chest, yeah?
This one here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The
it's
drunk heart?
Yes.
I got that because before Idol, I put out this record independently called Analog Heart. Thank you. And it won this like local award in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And in the rundown, like the write-up for the record, this writer, who I know personally, he was razzing me, but he called me Tulsa's newest heartthrob. Just like, okay. But then I just thought it'd be funny to get something to acknowledge that award. So that's my heartthrob tattoo.
So no location where you think is the...
I have no idea. No clue. It's just not on your face.
No, okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
David.
Thank you. This is some of the best questions. So random.
We have time for 2 more questions.
Hi, sorry, I can't believe I'm talking to you right now. Sorry. Okay, I think all girls are dying to know. Are you single?
I'm not.
Oh, you're not. It's okay, heartbreak.
The interview is over. Everybody's like, I'm out of here. Yeah.
Hi David.
Hi.
So what do you do on a normal day if you're not making music and like in the studio? Like your daily routine?
Daily routine?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I get up. Take out the dogs, eat breakfast. I'm not writing, wow. Boring stuff, I don't know, like run errands, grocery shopping, laundry, more sleep. I don't know, and then I watch, there's a couple like TV shows that I really like, and if they're on, I'll watch them. So like Sons of Anarchy, I do watch that quite a bit. Then, you know, like Family Guy and stuff like that. So.
Just one more. If you're not a singer, what would your career be like? Like, what would your career be?
You know, I actually, when I graduated college, I had a graphic design degree, and I made this commitment to myself that if I wasn't where I wanted to be musically by the time I was like 26, I was gonna, I'll go back to playing music as a hobby and go get a job as a graphic designer somewhere. And then the whole Idol thing happened, and I actually won Idol 6 months before I turned 26. So I cut it about as close as I could, which is a good thing. Because I don't think you guys would be coming to a Q&A with me if I were a graphic designer. So, but yeah, you know, I'd probably be doing that. I hope so. I don't know what else I'd do. I was a mascot for a restaurant when I was a teenager, so could have done that, I guess.
What were you? What mess?
I was a bee.
You were bees.
I was a bee with no stinger. For Old Country Buffet.
We have time for one last question, just one last question, and
You know what? Can we get this dude right here? And I know you tried to talk to me at the airport when we landed, and I felt terrible. I thought you were with like the group taking us to the hotel, and I completely just.